second down, man. That's the only way to make the teams even.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown
lost to
Phoenix
Arizona
in
last
Glendale,
night.
Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bradford on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And Gresham has it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down.
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry.
Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads.
I did not realize that was third down. I thought that was second down.
Andy Leon to kick it away.
Damn, I got to pay attention. Who got the Star Trek sounds going?
This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
What?
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Going deep here for Bryant. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw his Carr.
Oh, what a flag. Thank you.
Wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. And Cook has it left side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Shit was that?
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. The Pro
If you don't get the fuck off of me, move, goddammit!
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back! Damn!
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Second down, Bradford. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a
he didn't complete the process, bro. He didn't complete the process.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gotta hurry.
Now Bradford on second down. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3 and it's second down.
You about getting on my fucking
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
One day. One day. Here we go. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, I need one over here.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's going to wind up and air it out. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll start the drive with Washington. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 734. Get down, get down. Hey, 180. Go, go. Go, go. Get set, get set.
On second down, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Yeah, Kansas State.
It's so hard to believe that people missed entirely on him. But how about his ability to work and run any route you need? And that completion is evidence that it doesn't matter what you call, he's going to find a way to get open.
Walk on at Kansas State. Now the locker rooms are named after him there.
Come on, Carr.
First down there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
I knew you was going to block that one. I'm
in
like,
the first
fuck,
half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Set now to kick this one away, and off
Time
it
for
goes.
upgrade.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, gotta hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
3 down, Luke. 3 down. Hey, gotta hurry.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Bradford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Bradford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Gotta hurry.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradford. He completes it to Nelson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So out come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. They find some open field here. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Gotta hurry. Monday, 5-2. Here we go. 5-2. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford. Throw onside complete. It's Fitzgerald. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st down, Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time Keeps reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Bradford. This is caught. A nice pickup of 14. And
can I borrow your rabbit's foot?
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your
QB can I borrow your rabbit's foot?
Ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks
damn,
like exactly
what kind of fucking shit was that?
And a great grab on the other end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Hey, boys, got four down. One day.
Bradford again. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 30.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on.
That's some bullshit, man.
Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman.
That's some bullshit.
Sports halftime report.
That's some fucking. Oh man.
Second
I'm heartbroken, man.
2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20.
I'm heartbroken after that
set up
shit.
Shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders.
You talking about that run back, Mike?
First to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
That's some EA fuckery right there.
Setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I don't even want to play no more after that shit. His guy just appears out of fucking nowhere. Turbo.
On first, here's Washington. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Say what?
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
No, did you say he reminds you of yourself?
He sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, like Rick James say, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on first down is Carr.
Oh, I moved him.
Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
You and housemate Washington
the incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10.
That's you.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight.
You about to play Viper?
As he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Oh, I thought he was about to play Viper.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr to throw again. It's caught. Nelson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route
Man, why you
running
talking about my
ability.
white boy?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
All right, man.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gotta hurry. Watch two. Here we go, 5-2. Here we go.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Bradford. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw on 2nd down. Bradford. And the Raiders have got him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready.
Here we go, 5-2.
Working out of the gun, Bradford looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Man, where you been, Ant? Where we going in 2020? Where we going in 2020?
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Richard on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Get down, get down.
Again, it's Richard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Bradford on 1st down. This one complete to Gresham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second down, Bradford. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, he making you laugh.
At all, didn't we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football. And he's taking it away
finally
at a really
they
high rate.
got, you know, they was bullshitting the first, several weeks.
Get set, get set. Right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Go, 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 run, run, run. Down. 180,
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
What the fuck?
Let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are.
How was that pass interference on Cooper, though?
Pass interference call.
Yeah, you know what? It did say that, but threw up Coop's picture. Man, that's some more Arizona fuckery.
Carr gonna throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What the fuck going on over there, yo?
This game really from both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Carr to throw on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That goes for a gain of 31.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to
No, Mike, 89 can't go nowhere.
Just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth.
He can't go nowhere.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's a give to Richard. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The son Reddick coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
I mean, unless he has some Marquise numbers.
On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On the ground, Richard trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, yeah. Pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Bradford on second down. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Bradford from the gun on third down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Carr. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2
I'd
points
say
for
that
them,
shit is
but
gay.
identify
You
an
told
open
another man to
target
suck
and
your
put it
dick.
right
That
on
shit ain't hard.
Out is the kickoff unit
Right.
as they
Fuck
run
you telling
up
another
and
man
send
to
this
suck
one
your
away.
dick for?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Yeah, those are they color Rainbow Pride.
They go play action. Now Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Monday. Hunt. At 80. Monday. Here we go. 5-2.
On 1st and 10, Bradford.
Good shit.
And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And now we won't see a play.
I'm going to put that in my playbook. I think Dub was running that shit.
26 seconds to go in the football game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Monkey see, monkey do.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Bradford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never
tell us hey.
Quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
All right. Yeah, I meant to put that in my book. Play action, draw shot. Yeah.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford.
It's out. That's out. That's out. That left foot was out.
7 seconds remaining. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Bradford now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Joseph. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.
I like that play action draw shot. I'm about to add that to my shit. What's that in the I formation?
It's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4 and 6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers.
Nowheres. Nowheres. Man, he's the devil. He's the devil. Hell, man. I can't tell. I can't tell. Right. Right. I don't know. I think his arrogance gonna be his downfall. Yeah, I think his arrogance gonna be his downfall.
Effective encouragement.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in.
I do not like this new format, man. You really gotta think how to spend these coins. Yeah, when you put it like you absolutely right. Cause sometimes I be like, damn, I got that many points out there. That's exactly how that shit be. Absolutely right. Who the fuck is Baltimore? Megatron? I should have won the first game I played in this season. See if I can correct my mistake next time.
Took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about it when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Dub is Bengals, right? I got him week 15.
Super fly for the dumbos. Plenty slides like a shuffle. Indicators on my young.
Damn, DJ.
Let my slippers at the function.
7-3, yeah.
I'm a step no. Take a chance, no travel. Can't deal it with the beat. Dripping from the
Push that I want. Money, that machine. Let me go shopping. See if I can walk up on some shit. Ooh.
Running out of time.
We can find some shit. Yo, yeah.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
What?
One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash,
oh my God.
bubbling.
Oh my God. Wow. Damn. He hit for a lick.